This conference
Just
will now be recorded.
the expression for RPA is a robotic process automation. Okay, but actually, what is the meaning of robotic process automation? If you see that expression, okay, it can be classified into three words. One is robotics, process, and automation. The definition for robotics, everything in daily life we are seeing this one. The meaning for this words are also very simple. The robotics, what is called as the robotics? Normally, the robotics is a machine, right? The machine which will perform same as human. That's the robotics. And what is process? Normally, what is called as process? If you are going to any sector or maybe in your company also, what is the process to get a leave or maybe what is the process to change to some other project? So each and everything we have the process, right? The process is nothing but it's a set of sequences, set of steps or required to follow to accomplish certain task. It's a process. Okay. What is automation? Any idea on automation? Hello, Rajesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is
Without any
automation? Yes.
human
Of course.
intervention.
Yes, of course, right. So automation, nothing but we can able to execute anything without any human intervention. That is automation. Okay, if you are combining these three things, right, robotics, process, and automation, okay, we can able to perform some tasks what normally human can do, but without any human intervention. That is the actual meaning for the robotic process automation. Okay, and apart from this, the robotic process automation, do you know anything about this RPA? RPA is that it's a tool or maybe it's a software, it's a hardware, anything you know about this RPA? Hello, Rajesh.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about this RPA? RPA is a tool or maybe it's a software or maybe it's hardware?
RPA is technology.
Okay.
The automation anywhere and blueprint is this is one of the tools.
Oh, okay. Yes, right. Yeah, whatever you mentioned is right. The RPA is the latest technology which is containing the artificial intelligence and the cognitive technology to perform that automation task. Okay. If you are seeing that our RPAs, in RPAs, lot of tool will be there. Okay, like automation anywhere, blue systems and UiPath. So a lot of tools will be available in the market, but all the tools, mostly that some of the tools are developed in the .NET framework.
Okay.
So that's why maybe before going to the any interview, some companies will prefer that .NET candidate. Okay, if you have that any background with the .NET candidate, maybe sometimes some companies will prefer. Apart from this, if you know here in Austria, right, you don't require any technical skills. Without having any technical skills, you can be able to automate the process. Okay. So in RPS, before coming to the RPS, there are a lot of tools available in the market, like Selenium, and Excel macros. Okay, these are the tools, or maybe that Excel macros will be available in the MS Office. So if you have the MS Office, you can able to perform this one. But Selenium is a purely testing tool. Okay, just I'm mentioning before coming to the RPS, what are the other tools that existing in the market? So, what's the difference between the traditional one with the RPA? If you're seeing the traditional one will support only the certain type of application. If you're seeing that calculations type of application, The type of application can be classified into two types. One is front-end application. Another one is back-end application. Do you know what's the difference between the front-end application and back-end application? Rajesh?
Front-end application means in my desktop you install any application, that is a front-end application. For example, in bank sector you create or open account to the rules and regulations to fill all the information in back-end. The bank employees are working. That is a back-end application.
Okay. Yeah, moreover it's correct. But the front-end application is not installed in your machine. Okay. Maybe the front-end application is having the user interface. You can able to see that interface screen. But the back-end application, you don't have the interface screen, but you don't know what is happening in the background. Maybe that I will mention some of the application, the front-end application. The front-end application is further classified into four types. Web, Windows, and SAP, Java, and that last one is the mainframe application. And going back to that backend application, there are a lot of application will be there. Just example will be that Oracle, and second one will be the SQL Server. Okay, before understanding that a front-end application, okay, the front-end application is classified into the five types of application. One is web application, Windows application, SAP, Java, and mainframe application. What is web application? Maybe in daily life you are saying, right, web application. The best example for the web application is that Gmail, Facebook. This kind of application is a web application. What is the meaning of web application? The web application is nothing but if the application is available in the internet. If you want to access that particular application, you need to enter the URL in the browser. Such kind of application is a web application. Okay, that's the best example for Gmail, and Facebook is the best example for web application. And what about the Windows application? As you said, right, maybe we need to install some software in your machine. Such kind of application is a Windows application. Okay, best example will be the MS Office. MS Office is having the installer or with a set of files. By using a set of files, you can be able to install the software in your machine. Once it is installed in your machines, if you want to access that MS Office, you need to log into the machine. But whereas the web application, you don't require to access in the particular machine. If you have the internet, you can be able to access in the anywhere. Like you can be able to access that particular application. For example, Gmail. The Gmail you can be able to access in that your machine, like a PC or laptop or mobile or iPad, whatever you want, right? But what about the Windows application? If you want to access MS Office or maybe the Word or PDF, whatever maybe, if you want to do, then what you need to do? You have to install that particular software in your machine. Such machine is called that Windows application. The Windows application will be installed in the particular machine and you are not able to access outside the machine. Okay, that's a difference, a major difference between the web and the Windows application. And what about that SAP and Java application? So in SAP and Java application, both applications are same. Okay, we can able to develop both either web application and Windows application. Both kind of application we can able to develop by using the SAP and the Java. But the technology, right? You know what the difference between the Java and the .NET. So the syntax, that is language, the language one will be the different. Apart from this thing, in both and all the technologies, you can able to develop both web application and the Windows application. And last one will be the totally it's a different, the mainframe application. The mainframe application mostly you can see that banking and the finance sectors, maybe the insurance and the banking sector only. Mostly they will use as a database system, but it's moreover it looks like a background stream. Okay, maybe I'll open this one in my machines. You know, right? What is the command screen? Now, how the command screen will be look like? The command screen is look like the background screen. Okay, if you want to perform any task or maybe any action, what you need to do? You have to press something, right? Maybe some syntax or maybe some command I need to enter. Moreover, same thing, the terminal application, maybe that mainframe application. If you want to interact with the mainframe application, okay, some commands will be used. So just such kind of application also supported in that RPA. Okay, and coming back to the backend application, mostly the backend application when it will be used. If you want to store some details in the database at the time, you can prefer the backend application. I mentioned only the few. I mentioned only the Oracle and SQL Server. Apart from this, lot of backend application will be there. Okay, the backend application means you don't have the interface. The action, whatever the action is performing, if you're not able to see that one, it's performing in the background. Okay, for example, inserting and deleting or updating the records, you're not able to see that one. Once you go back to the table and see, then only you can able to recognize what kind of operation is performed. Okay, but here the front end applications, you know, right? But you can able to see that one. For example, if you are entering your credential in the Gmail account, entering the username and password, you can able to see that one. If something is entering, or maybe that the value is entering or not. But in the backend application, you don't know what is happening there. Whether it's success or failure, you don't know. So if you're seeing this kind of, why I mentioned this kind of applications, the front end application and the backend application. So this kind of application is supported with the RPA. If you're seeing the Selenium and Excel macros, these are the traditional tools are used for automating the applications. Whereas in the Selenium, it doesn't have the support for this kind of application. Only few applications only possible to do in the Selenium. That's a major difference. Apart from this, if you want to automate anything with the Selenium or Excel macros, you should know that other scripting languages, maybe the scripting languages for in Selenium. Okay. I just mentioned a few of the scripting languages like VB JavaScript, and C#, Python, and Cobol. So these are the different language is required to automate with the Selenium. Okay, so for best example, okay, maybe if you are selected, maybe if you are going to work on automation Selenium, okay, you should know these things. You should know the scripting language, then only you can able to perform. Then only you can able to automate anything with that Selenium tool. Without knowing these things, you're not able to do any work in the automation Selenium. But coming back to the RPA, it doesn't require any skills. Any technical is not required. If you know, or maybe if you have a very basic logical thinking, that's more than enough. And also, if you know how to use if and loop condition, is more than enough to automate any kind of application in our case. Why I require the if condition and loop condition? One of the major advantage of using RPA is that in this RPA tool, we are able to process the repetitive tasks. The repetitive task is that one of the major advantage of using the RPA. What is the repetitive task? Repeatedly you are performing some tasks, right? Instead of repeatedly performing, at the time you can prefer that RPA. Okay. So this kind of application is supported in that RPA. RPA doesn't require any technical skills. Okay. And coming back to that one, okay, in RPA, it's a rule-based process. Okay. RPA is a rule-based process. What is rule-based process? Any idea? Rajesh, any idea on this rule-based process? Hello?
No.
Rajesh?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't know idea about that rule-based.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, fine. No.
You just slow
yeah.
your position.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hello?
Yeah, okay, fine. Yes, Rajesh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, I will explain that one. The rule-based process. Normally, what is rule-based process? The rule-based process is nothing but in our case, the RPA is the rule-based process. That means we can able to automate the process, but without any human judgment. That kind of application is that rule-based process. Okay, you have that Okay, just consider, okay, if you're going to delete some files or maybe there's some inbox item in your inbox mail, so you know, right, which one you have to delete. So if maybe just consider some unimportant files, maybe that if that particular email was important, maybe you will delete, no, right? If it is important, you will not delete. But what about the same thing you want to perform in the RPA? What you can do? So RPA in RPA is not a logical thinking or maybe it's not having the thinking mind. Okay, in RPAs we can able to perform any task but without any human judgment and the logical thinking. That kind of operation only we can be able to perform in the RPA. That's why it's a rule-based process. It's having the certain rules and regulation to perform that automation, that application. That is a rule-based process. Okay, and this is the agenda of the today's session. And what is RPA and where it is beginning and why do we utilize and where do we utilize and the tools available in the market, limitations, AA introductions, AA components, and AA architecture. So these are the topics we are going to cover today. Okay, and just I covered that what is RPA and what is the beginning and where do we utilize that one. Okay, and right now we are seeing that what is the advantage of using the RPAs. Okay, so the first one will be that when compared to the traditional one, it's having the very less scripts as well as the less code. We can by using the RPA we can able to develop the application, and as well as it doesn't require any technical skills. Okay, if you know that very good logical thinking and how to use the if and else condition is more than enough to develop anything in the RPA. Okay, and another thing, just I want to mention to you. So in RPS, we are not developing or maybe we are not creating any projects here. Here, we are just automating the existing application. The existing application, maybe it's developing the any kind of application. That's why I mentioned in that front-end application. The front-end applications are web and Windows applications. Either maybe they're developing some different languages, maybe the HTML, PHP, what kind of skills they develop. Okay, but we are not developing any projects here. We are just automating that applications. That's only we are giving. Okay, how we are going to do with it? We are going to automate with that different command. If you are going to that blue prism, the stages will be used, and if you are going to that UiPath activity will be the different activity will be the use, and automation anywhere the command. So in all the RPA tools, we can be able to automate a process, but the way of automating will be the different. Apart from this, the final output will be the same. Okay. Coming back to that next one, apart from this, is that what are the advantages of using RPAs? Any idea, Rajesh?
No idea. You continue.
Yeah, okay, fine. So see here, maybe apart from this, we can able to accuracy. I will mention some of the things. So these are the advantages of using that RPS tool. Okay, the first one will be the accuracy. Okay, the accuracy. Okay, how we do with accuracy? For example, maybe before this one, okay, RPA is right. The RPA is performing that automating the task with the machines. Actually, the machine only. Okay, by using the tool RPA tool, we are developing bot. Once the develop the bot, maybe we'll execute that bot into that particular machine. The machine only is executing. So whatever that instruction, whatever that command you provided in the bot, that will be going to execute in the particular machine. Actually, the accuracy will be different. How? Maybe that we are just compare with that human and the machine. The human, right? Human may arise some issues. Maybe if the mind is not clear, maybe it will create some issues. But where are the machines? Whatever the instruction you provided, based on the instruction, it will work. The accuracy will be very good when compared to the human. That's the advantage of using that RPA. And apart from this, next, the 24-bar command. Okay, it can even RPA is a machine, so it can able to work 24/7. But human cannot able to work, right? Maybe the totally just consider, okay, per day how many hours you can able to work. Maximum we can able to work 8 hours or 9 hours. More than we not able to work. If you want to extend the hour, maybe most probably we can able to extend 1 hour, 2 hour only we can able to extend. We are not able to work 24/7. But this one, okay, if you develop any bot, the bot can able to work 24/7. So just consider one person, the one person can able to work 8 hours. So just consider one bot is equal to the 3 resources, 8 hours, right? One person can able to work 8 hours. So 3 resources is equal to the 24 hours. So one bot is equal to the 24 hours. Okay. And extendable, how will be the extendable? Okay. For example, normally just compare with your manual process. Okay, you can if you're developing any bot, if you're developing any bot in that RTS, you can easily extend. For example, one bot, even the bot is running in the 24/7, but each bot, maybe that particular bot or maybe the one bot, it can able to complete 100 transactions per day. Okay, even it's running 24/7, it is performing only the 100 transactions per day. But the client is want to complete more than 100. Then what he can do? The same bot will be executed in another machine. So we can able to extend that machine. We can able to deploy that bot in the multiple machines. In future also, if we don't want to deploy in the multiple machines, just we remove this machine from this. So easily we can maintain that infrastructure, as well as the cost will be very less when compared to the manual process. Okay. And coming to the profit, okay, as I mentioned already, easily deployable. Okay. So before comparing, maybe the how will be the profit. If you are seeing that before the traditional way and after coming to the RPA, just consider when will you use that RPA. If the task is repeatable, then that particular process will be automated to that RPA. So such kind of operation or maybe the process we need to identify. Once it is identified, okay, then only we have to develop into the RPA. If the process is not repeatable, don't choose it into the RPA. Okay. Understanding, right? Maybe just I'm giving one example. Okay, if the process, maybe just consider in BPO sector, maybe or maybe some application, the number of users or interacting with the application is more than one person or maybe that more than 5%. Okay, then only you have to choose the RPA. If they are using very less number of person, don't prefer RPAs. Maybe the cost. Why we are choosing the cost? The cost will be that why we are going to the RPAs, because it will reduce the human resources. There is no reduction in the human resources and there is no profit, then why we need to choose RPA? That's why. Okay. So if there is there any profit to implementing the RPA, then only you can implement the RPA. How it will be the profit? Just example, okay, if you're taking any application or maybe any project, maybe the 5 members are interacting with that same application, but the data entry, if you are seeing that a data entry process, right? Data entry normally they will open that the same application, multiple person will open in the same application, they will feed that input data. Okay, but the data entered into that each and every member will be the different. Such kind of application we can be able to automate. How? First you develop the common application and feed that common data, and that data will be inserted into the same application, and we distribute this task or maybe that deploy the same bot in the multiple machines. So easily we can able to accomplish. Okay, and profit, how it will be the profit? Just consider the 5% are right now working manually, working on these applications. Okay, just consider the 5% at 50,000, right? So 50,000. And coming back to that, implementing the RPAs. Implementing the RPAs is not a open source. The RPA is not a open source, so definitely we need to purchase. Once we purchase that license, then only we can implement the RPA in our organization or maybe in your machines. The trial versions are available, but the trial version is we can able to work only for the some days only and doesn't have the full feature. If you want to access a complete feature, you have to buy the license. Okay, if you are coming to the RPA, you have to buy the license. The license maybe I will include in the flow chart, maybe then only you can understand. Just consider the 5%. Okay, the 5% salary. Okay, just each person 10,000. So 5 into 10,000. Okay, this is for 50,000 for the first month. Okay, the second month also remains same. Okay. That month. So just consider the 5% for this one is before implementing the RPA. You know, just consider any project or maybe any association before implementing the RPA. What is the standard they followed, or maybe what are the expenses they have. Okay, so this is just I mentioned only the expenses for the salary of the employee. Just consider one person, the salary is 10,000. Just calculate 5 to 10,000, 50,000. This is for first month and 10 months and 10 months. Just see here what the difference between the after RPA and before RPA. If you're coming to the RPA, the same process, whatever the process they are following here, the same thing only we are going to do, but we are implementing the RPA in your RPA infrastructure in your organization. Okay, so for that we are purchasing the license. The license cost maybe it will take around maybe just I mentioned very small, very less amount, but it's not sure. Okay, it's based on the number of the license you purchasing. Okay, so I just mentioning 20,000. Okay, and what about the number of persons? Previously, 5 persons are worked in the particular project. Maybe after implementing the RPA, the same 5% is not required. We need only the few percent. That few percent also not required. Why we require? Because the RPA is that automation tool, but it can be able to run without any human intervention. But we require some support activities, right, for monitoring purpose, whether it's working fine or not, or maybe the taking the results, or maybe the giving the input, some kind of support activities. We require some people. For that, I'm using a few people from this whole project. Maybe just consider two persons. Okay, the 2% salary. Okay, just consider 2% salary. So 2% salary is 20,000. Okay, just consider 1% salary is 10,000. So 2% is 20. So this is for the first month, and if you are going to continue for the second month, so what are the expenses for the company? So you purchase the license. The license will be applicable for 6 months or maybe the 1 year. Okay, the validity will be continue for 6 months or 1 year. Okay, so no need to purchase the license for the next month. So only the expenses is paying the salary to his employee. Okay, so just consider the same thing. So just sum it up. Okay, just see here. Before implementing the RPAs, the company needs to spend 1,50,000 for 3 months. Okay, after implementing the RPAs in any one of your organizations, 20,000 for implementing the infrastructure, maybe that license, RPA infrastructure. Okay, and for each and every month, they need to pay the 20,000 for his employees. Okay, so totally 20, 40, 60 and 80,000. Just see here. It's here that 1,50,000, but here It is 80,000 just of half of the amount, right? Probably it's half of amount. Just see the very huge profit. It's just I mentioned one day for the few months, but if you are seeing uh, in terms of years, there is huge profit for the company. That's why all the companies are preferring RPA. Okay, so that's about the profit. Okay, and business continuity. Okay, what is business continuity? The business continuity means, okay, maybe that you know, right? The business will be continued without any interruption. Maybe some natural disaster or maybe some uncertain scenarios, we are not able to reach office, right? At the time, maybe we are not able to perform some operations. Maybe if it's a manual operation, if it's a manual process means we're not able to reach office and maybe we're not able to perform some actions. So that's why that it will cause loss to that your client as well as your business will be not be the continue. But coming to that RPS, right, even in any natural calamities or maybe heavy rainfall, whatever may be. But if you have that very good infrastructure, maybe if you have, because the RPA can be able to run in the any environment, if you have that infrastructure and without any human intervention, we can be able to run. In automation anywhere, not only in automation anywhere, in RPS, we have that option like schedule option. Schedule is nothing but setting the alarm, right? Maybe in mobile or you are setting the alarm. If you want to wake up at the particular time, you will set that particular time, right? Automatically, at the particular time it reaches, the mobile or maybe the alarm will trigger. The moreover, same thing in RPS also. We have the option like schedule option. If you set that particular time, okay, once the particular time is reached, the bot will execute automatically. So manual intervention is not required here. That's why your business will be continued without any interruptions. So these are the advantages of using RPAs. Apart from this, right now we are just seeing that advantage. Apart from this, we have some disadvantage also. What are the disadvantage? Like in RPAs, it doesn't support that handwritten languages. Handwritten languages, and another thing will be it will support only the structured data. The unstructured data we are not able to process in the RPA. So these are the disadvantages of using RPA. Okay. Coming to the RP tools, okay. If you are seeing that lot of tools is available in the market, okay, I just listed out some few of the tools based on the number of customers are using. Okay, so I mentioned, right? Maybe it's not I mentioned. Okay, it's a review from that across that maybe the number of based on the number of customers. So automation anywhere will be the number one, and Blue Prism is the second, and UiPath is the third one. Okay, and OpenSpan and Workbench, these are a lot of tools is available in the market, but these three tools, Automation Anywhere and Blue Prism and UiPath, these are the tools are mostly used in the client locations. Okay, that's only the preferable tool. Okay. And if you are seeing that apart from these tools, okay, the Automation Anywhere and the UiPath, the license wise, the license cost wise is same, but the Blue Prism somewhat the cost should be very okay. It's somewhat it's expensive one. Apart from this, all the tools, Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism, and UiPath, all the tools, the final output of this RP tool will be you can able to automate the applications. Automate all kind of application like front-end application and back-end application. Okay. So coming to that here, okay, I'm just going to expand that Automation Anywhere components and the automation architecture. Okay, so just see here. So these are the components is available in the Automation Anywhere. Okay, if you're seeing right, maybe that mostly all the RP tools are working based on the client and server based architecture, or maybe the master and slave architecture. You know, right, what is client and server-based application. So in here, Automation Anywhere, it's having control room is the server, it acts the server, and client will be classified as two types. One is the bot creator and one is the bot runner. What is control room? First we'll see that control room. Okay, control room is a centralized place where we can deploy your bots. From that control room only, we can be able to deploy bot from the different machines. Okay, apart from this deploying, we can be able to monitor the activities of the clients. clients like maybe the user management, or license management, log details, all the things we can able to maintain in the control room. The user management, what is the user management? Because once you created a user in the control room, then only you can able to log in the client. The users are required to log in into that all the RP2. Without using the user, you're not able to log in. For example, maybe the Gmail account, right? The Gmail account, without having the credential, are you able to log in? No, right? Once you registered with some email ID or maybe some credentials, then only after getting the credentials, then only you can log into the application. Moreover, same thing here in automation anywhere. Okay, once you create that users in the user management, and after providing the license, then only that particular user can able to log into the automation anywhere. It includes both client as well as the control room. Okay, and log details. The log details is mostly this log will be very useful, maybe to analyze the issues, as well as it will log all kinds of information. Maybe the particular person is logging, or maybe what are the actions or performed in the control room, or maybe the client. All the things will be logged to the control room. Okay, and coming to the AA client. Okay, the AA client will be classified into two types. One is bot creator and another one is a bot runner. Okay. So what is bot creator? By using the bot creator only, we can be able to create a bot. Okay. In this creator, in this client only, you can see that all the commands, maybe that what are the commands is available in the automation anywhere. In bot creator only, you can able to see. If you are logged in as a bot runner, what is bot runner? Bot runner is nothing but you can able to execute a bot only. You're not able to modify a single line of code here. Single line of command, you're not able to change also. Just one day you can able to modify, you can able to execute a bot. Moreover, just consider the difference between the developer and the tester. What is tester? Developer. Developer can be able to develop the application. The tester, what is the tester role? Tester, you're not able to develop anything, but he can able to test the scenarios, and he can able to run the particular project. Moreover, same thing here. The bot creator is nothing but it's a developer. Okay, by using the bot creator only, we can be able to develop the bot. Okay, and as well as we can able to see that all commands. Only bot creator only able to see the all the commands, and he can only able to use the commands. Okay, but in the bot runner, we are not able to see anything. Okay, only you have the option to execute the bot only. That's the difference between the bot creator and the bot runner. And just I explained about the bot creator, and if you see that diagram, then you can easily understand. Okay, coming back to here, just see here, I mentioned right the control room. Control room is a server. Okay, the control room is connected to the two things. One is the database and the version control. Okay, why we need that control room? Okay, because the control room is a centralized place. We can monitor the activities of all the systems like bot creator and the bot runner. Okay, so all the activities are maintained, right? So definitely we need to store some details. So for that we require the database. The database is the SQL Server. MS SQL Server is the preferred one. It's a certified for installing the automation anywhere. There are a lot of SQL Server will be that for a lot of database tools will be there, but mostly the preferred one, the certified one will be the SQL Server, MS SQL Server. Okay, and coming to that version control. So any control room is also connected with the version control. What is the version control? If you're seeing right, maybe if you're taking one file, okay, one person for working on that particular file, and the later the same file is being modified with some different content, and maybe the same file will be modified by different content with some other person. So obviously the difference between from your code and that another person code. So all the things, maybe the version information. Okay, the version information of the file details will be stored in the version control. So in automation anywhere, the SPM will be the certified one to connect to act as that version control. Okay, and coming to the client will be classified into two types. As I mentioned already, the client will be classified into two types. One is the bot creator and one is the bot runner. By in the bot creator only, you can be able to create a bot. Okay, in this client only, you can be able to see that all the commands is required for developing or maybe automating that applications. Whereas in bot runner, you're not able to find any commands. Only you can be able to see only the run option. Apart from this, you're not able to perform anything in the bot runner machine. Okay, so this is overall architecture about that RPA. Okay, and do you have any questions on this, Rajesh? And
Hi, my name is Aditya.
hi, Aditya. Yeah.
Yeah, hi.
Do you have any questions?
Regarding
Yeah,
the meta about and IQ boards, I don't have much idea on that. Currently, actually,
Okay.
I'm working in UA part. So I
Okay.
I thought of actually learning automation anyway. So I just
Okay.
always wonder what's the use of meta boards and IQ boards and the other one type of boards are there. I'm not sure about that. Do you have any information regarding that?
Yeah. So in Automation Anywhere, we can able to develop the three kinds of bots. Okay, in Automation Anywhere, we can able to develop three kinds of bots. One is the task bot, and one is meta bot, and that one is the IQ bot. Okay. So task bot, what is task bot? The task bot, by using the task bot, we can able to. Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, okay, fine. So the three types of bot we can able to develop in Automation Anywhere. So one is the task bot, meta bot, and the IQ bot. Task bot mostly we will use the commands. Okay. And the meta bot is more or like a reusable component, and also another advantage of using that meta bot, right? The meta bot you can able to automate without maybe that particular application is inactive also you can able to automate. That's the advantage of using meta bot. And last one is the IQ bot. The IQ bot is a very advanced one. Okay, very advanced one. Mostly that kind of IQ bot would be mostly used by the business people only for data analytics. For analyzing the data for that purpose only they will use, or maybe, and as well as IQ bot will be used for automating the semi-structured data. I mentioned right. Currently RPA will support the structured data only. It will not support the semi-structured data. Okay, IQ bot is the advanced one. By using the IQ bot, we can be able to automate the semi-structured data.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, that's the difference. Yeah, okay. And apart from this, do you have any other question?
Yeah, starting 5 minutes I have missed the class. So I have missed the part where you are telling regarding the programming language that we need to learn in this automation. What are the prerequisites for learning automation?
Yeah, okay. So here, right, in Automation Anywhere, you don't require any programming skills. Okay. Maybe you require to know the VB script. Okay. It's not required. If you're not required, maybe the some of the options you're not able to perform in the Automation Anywhere, then you can prefer VB language. Okay, the VB language. You don't require. Sorry.
I mean, what is the language? VB, right?
Yeah, VB script.
So VB script and VB language both are same, right?
Yes. Moreover, the syntax will be the different. Okay. VB language, right? Maybe the VB language both are same only the scripts, but here we are calling other VB scripts only. So the syntax will be the same.
So mostly in automation, what type of code they usually use to write the code majorly?
See, that's why I mentioned, right, in RPA, okay, coming to the Automation Anywhere, in Automation Anywhere, you don't require any technical tasks, okay, you don't require any skills like any programming language, okay, some of the things you're not able to perform, you're not able to perform something in Automation Anywhere, then you can prefer VB scripts also, you can write some logic in the VB script, and you can use it in that. You can be able to call it the Automation Anywhere. Okay. Maybe you have worked in a Blue Prism, right?
No, I haven't worked, but I have learned Blue Prism. I haven't worked in that.
Blue Prism. So you know, right? What is the code stage?
Yes, correct.
Moreover, same thing. Okay, the code stage. Moreover, it's similar to here. Okay. Similar to here. You can able to develop. There are lot of commands will be available in the Automation Anywhere. Suppose we are not able to accomplish some of the things, then you can go with some scripting languages. You have to write some coding in the script languages, and you can call that particular script. Then we can able to implement, right? Moreover, I'm just giving the example. In the Blue Prism, we have the code statement, the similar functionality only. Apart from this, you don't require any technical skills, any programming language. If you know how to use if loop and that while conditions, That's more than enough in automation anywhere. You don't require any technical skills.
Sure. Thank you.
And Rajesh, and do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to show the what is the board creator, what is the board run in practically. I mean, you open the software and.
Yeah, sorry. Right now, yeah, maybe my machine, see here, it's already expired. Sorry, that's why I'm not able to see anything. Okay, it's already expired. Okay, sorry.
Okay, no problem.
That's right.
In developing automation anywhere, no need of code is required.
Yeah, it's not required any code.
Okay.
Only if you know the commands is more than enough. Okay. In an automation anywhere, it contains more than 480 commands is there. Okay. Around 480 commands are there. Okay. Only if you know how to use the command, that's more than enough. Moreover, it looks like a stages in the blue prism, you know, right? Moreover, same thing. It's just you have to drag and drop the command and you have to configure. When compared to the blue prism, this one is very simple.
Okay. In board creator and board runner and control room, both are in same way in only one mission. Both are different missions, sir.
So see, just consider. Okay, what is the client? Okay, the client maybe you can use. Okay, at the same time you should not use. Okay, it should be a different machine. The client, the bot creator. Maybe the 2 persons are there, right? Maybe you, Rajesh, and Avinash should be there, right? Okay. Aditya will be there. The 2 persons. Maybe you can use. Maybe for example, right now you are using your laptop. Maybe if you're not available, okay, maybe you can shut down or maybe log off. You can able to work. Moreover, one person can be able to work in the one machine. Moreover, same thing here in our case. Okay, one machine can able to act as either bot creator or maybe the bot runner.
Okay.
Hey.
And apart from this, any other question?
No.
No questions, sir. Carry.
Yeah, okay, Rajesh. Yeah, okay, Aditya. Okay, maybe, yeah, we'll see that further things in that our upcoming classes. And if you have any questions, maybe please write it because otherwise we'll wind up this today's session.
No question.
You can wind up the session.
Yeah, okay, Aditya. Okay, Rajesh. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the class.